Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into some sources about high-performance commercial AV.
That's right. Specifically, these WolfPack 4K 60 Hz systems, AV over IP with KVM built in.
Okay, so our goal here is to unpack what all that tech speak means for, flexibility and scaling up these systems in professional settings.
Exactly. It really boils down to hitting those key marks. Performance, flexibility, and making deployment, well, easier.
So the headline spec is 4K at 60 frames per second. That sounds standard now, but you mentioned the 4.4.4 part is critical.
Oh, absolutely. That's the marker for really high-end quality in Pro AV.
Right.
4.4.4 chroma sampling.
Right, that's one of those specs that can fly under the radar.
Yeah.
Can we quickly break down why 4.4.4 matters so much more than, say, the 4.2.0 you often see like on streaming services?
Sure. So 4.2.0, it compresses the color information a lot, saves bandwidth, which is fine for movies sometimes.
Okay.
But if you're looking at detailed graphics, sharp text, medical images maybe, that compression can cause blurring or weird artifacts around edges.
I see.
With 4.4.4, you get lossless color. Every pixel keeps its original data. Super important for accuracy. You see exactly what the source intended.
Got it. Crystal clear video is key. Now let's look at the system architecture. The sources mention a specific example, a WolfPack 14x32 setup.
Yeah, so that's 14 inputs, like computers or cameras, going to 32 screens, all connected through a central 48-port PoE Ethernet switch.
And PoE, power over Ethernet. That
Yeah.
seems like a big convenience factor for installation, right?
Huge, absolutely huge. It means you don't need power outlets right next to every single screen or receiver box.
So fewer cables, less electrical work.
Exactly. It speeds up deployment massively, especially in a big facility. But the really interesting architectural bit the sources point out
What's that?
is that the transmitter, the TX unit, and the receiver, the RX unit,
Right.
they're physically the same box.
Oh, wow. Okay, that sounds like a game changer for people building these systems.
It really is. Think about inventory. You just stock one type of unit, but the magic is how you configure them.
So it's software defined.
Precisely. You tell the box if it's sending the signal or receiving it using the control software, maybe an app on your phone or tablet.
So let's say you set up a unit as a receiver behind a display.
Right.
And later, you decide that location needs to be an input point, maybe for someone plugging in a laptop.
You don't swap the hardware. You just log into the system, change its role in the software. Done.
That's incredible flexibility. It sort of future-proofs the physical setup against changing needs, doesn't it?
It really does. And remember, alongside that high-res video, we still have KVM integrated.
Right. Keyboard, video, mouse control. So for like a control room operator.
Yeah, imagine they're watching 20 different feeds. They can see everything clearly on maybe screen 32, but then instantly take control of the computer showing up on screen 4 using just one keyboard and mouse.
So it blends the monitoring and the control seamlessly.
That's the idea. One interface manages everything connected to the matrix.
Okay, so this unified hardware, software configuration, PoE, it all leads to systems that can really scale up. The sources mention a pretty wide range.
Yeah, they show examples starting small, maybe just 6 displays.
Right.
But it scales all the way up to huge enterprise deployments, 94 TVs or even more.
That really shows the versatility, doesn't it? From meeting rooms to massive command centers.
Exactly. And it helps to know who's behind this tech. These are the WolfPack systems.
Which is a registered trademark of
HDTV Supply, Inc. They're a global company, been around for, over 20 years. Google Shopping rates them highly. They're HD-based adopters. There's credibility there.
Okay, good context. So let's pull this together. We've looked at how modern AV distribution is hitting high-res 4K 60 Hz 4.4.4.
Right, the quality part.
Achieving massive scale and doing it with really flexible hardware, like that unified TX-RX unit, plus the efficiency of PoE.
It's a powerful combination, and it leads to a bigger thought, really.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Well, if we step back and think about this software-defined hardware, this idea that the box's function isn't fixed. What does AV over IP really imply beyond just, sending signals over network cables? What's the deeper shift happening here, especially in how we manage and control these complex AV infrastructures?
That's interesting. It's not just the transport layer, it's the whole management philosophy changing because the hardware itself is becoming more malleable through software.
Exactly. Something for you, the listener, to think about how software is fundamentally reshaping what we even mean by infrastructure.
A great point to ponder. That's all the time we have for this deep dive.